Today, we're looking at the Nexat pack for FS25. In this video, I'll be showing you all the basic controls, as well as some critique on transport, attaching, and bugs. What's up everyone? Today I want to have a look at the new Nexat pack for FS25. Now it just released today, and there's some issues with it. There's some good stuff, there's some bad stuff. I'm out here in this field. We're on the map of, this is the Horse Aggravation pack. It's a good map to do this with because it's so big. There's room on the fields. And I'm out here just on one of the fields just because there's more room here to check out this enormous machine and some of how it works. I'm going to show you some of the good, some of the bad, how to hook up the attachments, stuff that can go wrong, and apparently what looks like a couple of bugs with it. It is brand new. It did just come out, so, you know. But nevertheless, I'm here to show you all that I can. Now, of course, there is the thing that this thing looks cool. It's like a moving agricultural transformer. I mean, yeah, it's really cool. Moving it around some maps can be very difficult. We're going to go into all of that. So if you haven't seen it, it'll be right here in the store. It has its own category, which makes sense because the tractor can only use its attachments and its attachments only go with it. Right, so here it is in the store. It's about the same price as a large tractor, and the attachments are about the same price, you know, like $300,000 for a harvester. This is the harvester attachment that goes with it. You know, and then here's the headers to go with it. So you could replace your fleet with this at some cost. These attachments are not that cheap. But anyway, here's yeah, but they're about the price for something that big, so it's fair. So everything is in this category here. And just to briefly go over this, here we have the tractor itself. Here's the harvester that goes with it, which this is what I have hooked up to it right now. And you can hook up a grain header or a corn header. All right. And then I'll show you some more of these. You can hook up a hoer, the hoe, right? And as far as I've seen it, that has to have a seed hopper attached to hook it up, but we'll check that out. Here we have a disc harrow. Down here we have, this is the, cultivator. So you can have a disc harrow or a cultivator. You can have those hooked up with a seeder or a planter. Here's a seeder, here's a planter, and those can be run with the cultivator or the disc harrow. So, and I'll show you this, of course. You can hook up the seed hopper and a seeder or planter and the cultivator or disc harrow. I'll show you that, of course. There's a slurry spreader. There's a sprayer. There's an issue with this one. I haven't checked the slurry spreader out. We're going to check this out. So let's buy one for us. It's waiting for us at the shop. We're going to check out the slurry spreader. I'll show you the issue with the sprayer module, and I'll show you, actually right now, I'm going to show you a bug right now because it's going to occur the second we hop in this thing. I don't know what's causing it, but if you listen when I hop in the cab here, you hear that. I'll turn it up for you. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. I have two of these machines. And this one here, this is in the shop parking lot with the sprayer, so I can show you an issue with it. But if you listen, there's no sound. But with this one, there is. Is it because I have the harvester hooked up? Is it because I'm in this field? Is it because, I don't know, but either way, it's obviously a bug. So that's something that they need to address. All right, so right now, ignoring that crazy noise going on in the background, we are in transport mode. Let's fire it up. Oh, let's turn the HUD on so you can see that. Yeah, it's going to help if you can see my help menu up there so you can see what buttons do what. All right, so this is transport mode. In transport mode, it's going to, there's no selectable steering. You're stuck in all-wheel steering, which is very inconvenient at times. I wish that you could toggle on front-wheel steering. The reason is, if we do any maneuvering around the map here, you'll see when you try to turn like this, well, first of all, trying to fit through narrow spaces is about impossible because when you turn, it turns all four wheels and moves the entire thing. So if you're trying to go through a gate, I mean, I'm just saying this is stuff that you're going to have to get used to if you're driving this thing. Trying to get through a gate, you kind of need to have your turn lined up before you head through the gate because doing this will shift your whole vehicle, right? And that's why I'm saying I wish you could toggle the steering, but you can't. You can toggle the steering, however, in work mode. We'll be getting there. Right, so this is transport mode. In transport mode, whatever attachments you have fold up and it moves like this. To toggle between modes, I'm on an Xbox controller. We'll want to hold the left shoulder button and these options appear up here and you see you can press A to enter work mode. So now entering work mode, if you've seen the Nexat before, then you'll know how it configures itself. It configures itself to drive in forward and this way. Okay, now in work mode, we can move the cab. By holding both shoulder buttons and using the right stick, we can move the cab. So that's very cool, very handy. You can swivel it a full 180 degrees so you can see rear or front. Very handy. And this is reverse, this is drive. Now, you can change steering here, but not with every attachment. With this harvester, we can change the steering if we, let's see, which one is it? If you hold the right shoulder button, we can change the steering. I'm going to show you a little bit about this. We can tap the left stick. So here we can change it to, it's now an all-wheel steering. In all-wheel steering, the wheels, this is why you can't change it with all attachments, because if we had an attachment between the front wheels, this would hit that attachment. As you can see, this does a little bit, so I kind of don't recommend it. And then we can change this to front wheel steering, and this greatly would interfere with any connection there, as you can see. So I don't recommend doing this. And like I said, some attachments won't even let you. We're going to put it back to rear wheel steering. This is how I recommend you drive it in work mode. Now, in work mode like this, with this harvester attached to it, it functions just like any other harvester. Literally all the controls work the same, down to the auger and everything else. If you can drive a harvester in the game, you can drive this thing. It's all the same. I'm going to show you how to hook all these modules up, and of course some of the intricacies of that and things that can go wrong. They've made it pretty easy with a mostly foolproof automated way to hook up attachments, which I may as well show you right now while we're sitting here. So first we're going to drop off the header. The header attaches just like any other header to any other harvester. I have tried a couple other headers and they won't attach to this, so this would only attach its intended header. I'm just saying, I have tried it with others that wouldn't attach. We'll just back up here a little bit, and here it will drop off the harvesting unit. And then we're just going to back up straight off of it. It always likes to hook this one, though. It always wants to hook this. Let me see if I can straighten it out. I'm going to pull forward. I'm going to try to hook the wheels a little bit when I come off of it. Yeah, it will always, from my experience, hook that harvester when you try to back off of it, which is only annoying if you want to park stuff perfectly straight. Now, when I back off of it, you can see I have these green lines here. These green lines are here to help you hook stuff up, but they can cause problems. So the green lines appear when you get near something, and it's for an auto-guided mode that helps you attach the attachments. If I was on the other side of this, which I'm not going to go over there, but you would see they would be red. They would show you're on the wrong side. They would be red and they would cross over. It's pretty obvious what's going on. It's like, okay, this is the right side. When these green lines appear, I can hold the left shoulder button and I can push down, and as it says hold down, automatic attach alignment. So what's going to happen is when I hold down, it's going to automatically steer and move the vehicle and position it with 90% accuracy to that where that attachment is, so I can pick it up. Okay, I say that before I do it because there's a couple things I want to note. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold the left shoulder button and hold down. That's the only buttons I'm pressing, and the machine positions itself to pick this up. And it usually works. Sometimes it hangs up a wheel. It worked. Now, it didn't go all the way. Notice it doesn't say attach. That's because I let off the buttons. You don't want to keep holding the buttons. See, if right now I'm holding the left button and I'm holding this, it's now realigning itself. If I were to push A to pick that attachment up, it would unfold the vehicle. It's a flaw they need to fix. So let off the buttons. There, I had to let off the buttons completely, and now I push A. If I was still holding the left shoulder button, it would start doing this and start unfolding the whole vehicle. If you follow what I'm saying, because that is, unfortunately, those buttons overlap. See, because if you hold the shoulder button and push A, it unfolds the vehicle. But that's also the same button that does the attach alignment. So when you're attaching, if that makes sense to you, when you're doing the attach alignment, you have to let go of it completely and then attach the attachment. It's kind of a weird thing they should probably have a look at. Picking up the header is just like picking up a header on a harvester. You just, pick it up. Simple as that. All right, so that's kind of all the intricacies there, really. Let's drop this off. And it's going to drag the thing with me. It always does. All right, so yeah, there's some stuff here that needs to be fixed, but I want to bring you what I can. All right, now I've got the hose sitting out here by itself. I'm still getting used to driving this thing. As long as it's sitting here by itself, I'll try. Now, I've not been able to pick it up by itself. I think you have to have the seat hopper, but as long as it's sitting here by itself, we can certainly try. So it should give us, nope, it doesn't give us the lines now. Yeah, see, we need the seat hopper to attach that. That's fine. I've got that right here. Now, I've only been able to get the hoe to attach by itself. I say that because, well, why would you need to attach it with a seeder? You wouldn't, but it's small and it looked like maybe it could attach something else, or it attaches to something else, but nah. So anyway, the seed hopper, this holds seed and fertilizer. We'll need this for seeders and planter, obviously. I'll just use the alignment here. Just hold this button. The vehicle lines itself up. And then when this gets in place, I'm going to release that, completely release it, and then push A. You don't want to push it at the same time. Okay, and now it will let us pick up the hoe. Let's back up here. Takes a little getting used to driving this thing. I'm still getting the hang of it. Now it will give us the green lines to attach this. There we go. Hold left and down. Keep holding it while it positions itself. And release it completely and then push A. There we go. All right, so now we have our hoe. So now we can go hoeing. Now we can weed our field. Yeah, so we'll drop that off. Now over here we have the seeder. So there's a seeder and a planter, and there's a disc harrow cultivator. Over here I have chosen for us the seeder and the disc harrow. The planter and the cultivator are going to work the same. We'll want to pick the seeder up first, and then we'll put the disc harrow in front of it. And this is all going to work exactly the same. I won't use the alignment. I'll just do it myself. Which, yeah, there's a reason that alignment exists. I'm glad they put it in there. It's kind of finicky. Yeah, I suggest you use the alignment because I can't get the thing to... there, I got it. Yeah, definitely use the alignment, guys. Definitely use the alignment. I just wanted to see. I was able to pick it up. All right, so now we have the seed and fertilizer hopper, and I'll show you something about that here in a moment. And now we have the seeder under it. Now we can drive over here, and we're going to use the alignment. We're going to hold left and down. Sometimes the wheel hooks on that. It didn't hook on that. Let go of it, and then push A. All right, so now this is a cool setup because now we have a disc harrow in front. I love this setup. I love this. Now we have the disc harrow in front, a seeder behind. Now with the hopper, it has a special little control where you can control the tank partitioning. When you hold the left button, notice it says push up to change tank partitioning, and it says 4,500 liters of seed, 13.5K solid fertilizer. If I push up, it says 2,500 liters of seeds, 18,000 fertilizers. So you can configure it to hold more seeds. If the crop you're planting doesn't use as much fertilizer, then you can toggle it to hold almost twice as many seeds in some of the previously used fertilizer space. So I think that's really cool. That's really handy. It's just a little toggle that I noticed. I thought I'd let you know about that. Now when you fold this up, this folds up really cool. So let's push the left shoulder button, left shoulder button and A to fold this up. And it's really cool. It folds the disc harrow up out of the way. Pretty much, yeah, mostly out of the way. The harvester is hard to maneuver through stuff. It hangs off quite a bit on the side. But again, I warned you about this. The turning like this, you'll encounter this yourself. You'll have to get a feel for it yourself. Let's go back to the other one. So here we have this one in the parking lot. And here I wanted to show you with an issue, which I guess they're going to have to address this. I wouldn't call this a bug. It's just an issue. Here we have this very cool sprayer unit with a boom length of 56 meters. I couldn't wait to use it, except you can't really because I'll show you why. Let's fire this up. So we are currently here. Let's go ahead and let's just drop it off. Let's just pick it up from scratch. All right. So we're going to use the alignment. Just hold it left and down. And the vehicle will drive in under the sprayer boom. And let go of everything and then push A. And unfortunately, that's all we can do because there is no transport mode with the sprayer. So here I'm trying and failing to figure out how to put it into transport mode. I'm coming back after in editing. I went back to the game and I figured it out. So here's how you do that, and here's why I couldn't get it to work. If you have a tool such as the sprayer or the slurry spreader, which has a function that overrides the transport mode buttons, then you need to change the attachment change to the machine itself instead of the attachment. In other words, on the PlayStation controller, that'd be the triangle button. On the Xbox controller I'm using, that'd be the Y button. You want to push that to change back to the vehicle like anything else, and I just spaced that out. So there is a way to go to transport mode. I knew there had to be a way. I figured it out. I just wanted to add this in as an edit. So let's drop this off and let's check out the slurry spreader. Haven't seen that yet at all. Let's park this over here. So that's kind of a shame about that. They're going to have to address that. All right. Let's back up off of our sprayer and pick up this slurry spreader. I've not seen this at all. Hopefully nothing weird crops up on me. I don't know. Is this attached by itself? Does it need something else? We shall see. Just go ahead and hold the auto alignment attachment so that, yeah. And it does all the backing and steering itself, of course, so long as you hold the left shoulder button and down. If you let go of those buttons, it will stop. There we go. All right, so here we have this. All right, but I wanted to show you that. Okay, so there's as good as I can show you the ins and outs of the Nexat, except to show you some of the difficulties that can be encountered when moving this, you know, if this is a deal breaker for you, or if any of this stuff is. Okay, so moving this thing, like for instance here, we have a fairly wide gate. I mean, this gate is wide enough. You could fit a tractor with triple wheels through that, but fitting this thing through it, as you can see, you kind of need to have it lined up before you go through, because if you steer partway through the gate, you can get yourself jammed against that fence. I think it would be handy to have a front wheel steering in transport mode, particularly for traveling on the road. If you're going down a long curvy road like this, it would be much handier just to be able to steer the front. Now, luckily, this only has a top speed of 16 miles an hour, so you can't get too crazy with it. But if you make fishtail a little at first, but it's transportable. Just watch when you're trying to go through gates. You kind of want to have your turn lined up first. So guys, there's really most of the ins and outs of the Nexat. I wanted to show you the pack, and I wanted to show you the controls, so that I want to do future videos on this, but I wanted it so that when I bring you future videos, I can refer to some of the stuff I showed you here. I wanted to show you the ins and outs and some of the stuff, some of the bugs and things like that here, so that I can refer to that in future videos. You know, so, you know, when I refer to a certain bug or a glitch or something, we've got it recorded here, and also here, you know, how to attach everything. And as far as the attachments go, any attachment you have, yeah, you know, all the controls are the same as anything else. If we wanted to, well, we can't work on this field because we don't own it. Well, we can't work on this field because we don't own it, but all the controls are the same to actually do the work with any attachment. So guys, yeah, so that's the Nexat pack. It's included in the Year 1 Season Pass, or you can buy it separately. And I'm looking forward to using it. There's a couple things I'd like to see them fix on it. Yeah, sure, but I'm looking forward to using it. It just came out today. I'll be using it in the future on farms here on my channel. So be sure to check out the channel if you haven't. We do guides and tutorials here. Mostly we do Let's Play footage on the farms that I have. We have there's always at least one series of farming we have going on in various farms that I work on here on the channel. Glad to have you guys watch, and make sure you subscribe and follow along. If you like the content on the channel, let me know down below. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you next time.